What's up, everybody? Josh Armijo here. I hope everybody's doing good and well and stuff. I got an album review to do for you, and I'm going to show it to you right now. This is the new album from the band Autokrator, entitled Hammer of the Heretics. This is released on Krucyator Productions. Now, if you're not too familiar with this band, they are based out of Paris, France, and the best way to describe the sound of this band would be a very dark, droning, volatile style of death metal. Yeah. By the way, I hope you don't mind the makeshift backdrop that I have going on right now. I don't really have flags set up in my new room, and hopefully once I get that situated, I will have a permanent spot to be doing reviews in, but for now this will just have to do. So yeah, enough about that. Let's get on to talking about Autokrator. Yeah. Easily one of my favorite newer death metal bands going right now. They've been so consistent with their musical style and delivery. It's just so sensational. I love the fact that they have a very sledgehammer sort of approach to death metal, and by that meaning once you listen to them you feel like you're getting your ass pounded and gutted right into the stomach with a sledgehammer, because that's what's so interesting about Autokrator, is the fact that they have a sound that's just so heavy. And upon first hearing that on their self-titled debut from 2015, I already knew what kind of a band this was and what kind of mission statement they were looking to make. And boy, what a great statement it was. That album ruled so much. It ended up in my top 10 of that year. But then they came out with their second album, The Obedience to Authority, in which they incorporated more of that drone and industrial sort of element into their sound. And it just sounded incredibly heavy. I love the ideas, I love the lyrics, I love the concepts. Just an overall creative sort of death metal band. From the riffs, to the vocals, to the lyrics, just overall creativeness going on. I love that about Autokrator. When I found out that there was going to be a new full-length to come from them in 2018, I was very excited, and of course I wanted to see what the next forward progression from this band's sound was going to be. And now here we are with their third full-length, entitled Hammer of the Heretics. It's 5 tracks, and it clocks in at around 34 minutes in length, so I can tell things are just a little bit stripped back this time around when it comes to overall song length and delivery, but I feel with Hammer of the Heretics, you get Autokrator at their most dynamic, their most strongest, and just overall their most punishing material yet. Things feel a lot more natural and more well-rounded this time around. And I think that with Hammer of the Heretics, Autokrator are stamping themselves as one of the best death metal bands to be going right now, and one of the best extreme metal projects going today. Musically, it's just so raw and dynamic. I love every single track that happens to be on this record, even the little interlude that hypens things up for the second half of this record. It's just so strong. I love the guitar work going on here. LF is an intelligent musician. He really knows how to deliver great songwriting and riffs going on here, with tracks like Against Flesh and Blood and the title track. It's just so awesome to hear these guitar riffs sound as wonderful as they do and as dynamic as they are. It really adds a lot of fear and intensity throughout these lengthy tracks. I mean, the thing that makes this album different from the rest is that some of these songs are pretty lengthy, ranging from around 6 to 8 to 9 minutes in length. I mean, the stamina and endurance of this band really shows on Hammer of the Heretics, and it's really awesome. Even the track Les Sang Impur, just some seriously killer songwriting going on and riff writing going on with those songs. It really does make a difference. Very pummeling, very dark, very twisted sounding stuff. Drum work on here is fantastic. I think this is probably the most natural sort of sounding drum performance I've heard on an Autokrator record to date, and you hear that in bits and spurts. You hear a lot of the blasts, a lot of the fills, a lot of the things that make an Autokrator drum performance sound so well. I mean, it kind of harkens me back to how things were on the first Autokrator record. But here, listening to this drum performance, it is just so awesome, especially on the title track. It's just so rowdy and over the top. I love this drum performance. It's really awesome. And again, going to the stamina and the endurance of the song lengths, the drums that are played on here, the fleshed out sort of sounds, it just works out very well and sounds wonderful to listen to. And when it comes to the vocals, I love this guy. I love this vocalist's delivery and approach. He has a very distinctive, evil sort of sounding voice. I mean, I loved his vocal work on the Obedience to Authority. Just the way he delivered his vocals, just the way he conceptualized things. And here on Hammer of the Heretics, it's no different. When it comes to the vocals and the lyrics and the overall delivery, this guy is a true wordsmith, and he does tremendous wonders with the vocals here. It adds to that overall depth of militancy and evilness going on here with these songs, especially on the closing track, Inquisito Denunciado Exceptio. The last track on here is a real burner, and his vocal work on here is just tremendous. So overall, this is another really interesting album in the Autokrator discography, and it only makes me wonder what ideas they're going to be fleshing forward for the next several full lengths to come. Autokrator are the real deal, and Hammer of the Heretics is further proof of that. So yeah. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave you some links in the description box as to how you can get a hold of this album and listen to it. I will leave you a link to the Krucyator Productions Bandcamp page where you can listen to this album in its entirety, hear it for yourself, and be your own judge as to whether you think it's worthy of being purchased or not. You can stream it by digitally, and it is available in this really nice A5 style digipack. There you see this extended art, this photography artwork on here, very badass. There you see the back of the digipack. Open it up, you have credits and information, you have the Pro CD in here, additional photography and artwork on here, very badass, high quality as per usual through Krucyator Productions. I don't know if there's going to be a vinyl version, but if there is, definitely pay attention to the Krucyator Productions channels on social media, so that way you know what's going on. So again, the album is Hammer of the Heretics by Autokrator. This is released on Krucyator Productions. Go check this one out, and for a score, I'm going to give this a very strong 9 out of 10. Definite strong contender for one of the best of 2018 so far. Very awesome album, and I'm very lucky that a band like Autokrator exists. So, if you've happened to have heard this album, definitely let me know what you think about it, how you feel about it, and how you think it compares to previous Autokrator releases. Are any of you guys into Autokrator? Definitely let me know. I'm going to conclude this review. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks for checking out my channel, and until the next time, Armio out.